With this video, I'd like to show you how quickly and easily you can access your notes in NoteScribe. We've created a variety of ways to access your notes to ensure that you can retrieve them as quickly as possible. Let's start off by pulling up a previously created note so that I can show you the methods you'll be using to retrieve your notes. First of all, let's note that we've labeled this note with three different things. We have our source, our categories, and our keywords. Specifically with the source, we used our Introduction to Psychology textbook, and the categories we used psychology and a subcategory of schizophrenia, and for the keywords we used two different keywords, psychology lecture and schizophrenia. So let's go ahead and head back out to the main page, and I'm going to show you how to retrieve this note using these three different methods. Let's go ahead and clear the screen, and if we head over to the search control bar, you can see that we have three different tabs. We have our categories tab, our sources tab, and our keywords. If you remember right, we had all three of these labeled to the specific note that I'm going to show you how to find. So let's scroll down to psychology, which is what our main category was for the note that we just pulled up. So if we open up psychology, we see that we have a series of level 2 categories. If you remember right, schizophrenia was the level 2 category that our particular note was located in. So to open this particular note, all you'd have to do is hit the L2 next to schizophrenia, which locates just the note we are looking for. It doesn't pull up all the notes within the psychology category, just the one that we wanted to find specifically. We can open up all the additional subcategories of schizophrenia by right-clicking and selecting Get Notes and all subcategories. Now we have all of our schizophrenia notes rather than just the one that we found at the beginning that we used for demonstration to show you what sources, keywords, and categories we'd be searching for. But particularly, all you have to do is select the L2 and that'll pull up just that note. Let's move on to sources now. When you're in sources, you can retrieve your notes by three different methods. As you can see, we have authors, publications, and titles. That means if you remember the author's name or who the publisher was or what title your source was, you should be able to find that source. For example, let's use titles. If we scroll down to Introduction to Psychology, which is the textbook that we took our schizophrenia notes from, and we select that, you can see our author's name, and now click that, and here you can see all of the notes that we've taken from our textbook. This is the particular note that we were looking for, but you see other ones that also have the same author and same title. Next, let's go on to keywords, and if you remember correctly, we had two different keywords. We had psychology lecture and we had schizophrenia. So let's go ahead and click on schizophrenia, and right away you can find the note pretty quickly that we were searching for when we first started. You'll also notice that if we click on schizophrenia, psychology lecture is highlighted as well. This happens because if a note contains two different keywords, it'll be sure to tell you that you have both those keywords. So if we want, we can also click on psychology lecture, which in turn will highlight schizophrenia as well. So they're pretty much interchangeable, and you can use either one to locate your note. You don't really need to remember both of them. It'll tell you if you have the two. So let's do a really quick overview and kind of a real-world simulation of how we'd retrieve our notes that we were looking for. I'm going to use the same specific schizophrenia note. I'm just going to go a little faster pace this time. First we go over to psychology, select our schizophrenia note, which retrieves it. It's clear. And next we go to sources, and let's go by author this time. If you remember right, it was Andrews, and there's our note that we were searching for. Next, if we go to keywords, you can find the note by looking at psychology lecture or by schizophrenia. From there, double click and edit or add or change your source or change your categories or change your keywords. So having your notes organized by categories, keywords, and sources, as you can see, will save you a lot of time from sifting through paper notebooks or through folders and documents saved in your computer. All of your notes are saved in NoteScribe, stored in NoteScribe, and easily located in NoteScribe by a variety of different ways.